Hi everyone, this is U.S. Immigration Attorney Tharpe, and I am here live to answer your U.S. immigration related questions. So go ahead and put your questions in the comments right now so that I may answer your questions. I am here for the most part every night with very few exceptions. And so I would like to go ahead and come on here. Yes, it's a Friday night, but I still want to show up to answer your U.S. immigration related questions. I want to formally introduce myself. I'm U.S. Immigration Attorney Tharpe. I help clients to get their green card and status in the United States. And I want to go ahead and answer your questions tonight. So start putting your questions in. Tonight is going to be a brief night because however, it's going to be a brief night because I will also be doing a live at 9:30 on Instagram. I have the same handle on Instagram. It's at The Immigration Attorney. So if you're here and you are watching and you want to continue the Q&A, you can hop on to Instagram. Find me at The Immigration Attorney, and then hop on to that live once I go on at 9:30. But in the meantime, I want to come on to TikTok and answer your immigration related questions. I do have great news for those of you who are Haitian citizens. The application has finally opened up, and so as of August 3rd, you can go ahead and apply for TPS if you're a Haitian citizen. So go ahead, keep that in mind and get ready. Anybody who has been in the country on or before July 29, 2021 can go ahead and apply for TPS as long as they can show that they've been physically present in the United States. They have been continuous residents of the United States since that time, and that they're not inadmissible. But even if you do face some sort of inadmissibility, this may be forgiven through a waiver. So keep that one in mind. Deal right, Nikki. I just see the question marks, but I don't see the question. So go ahead and retype your question, please. It didn't come across. Now, I usually come with a topic to talk about, and I'm going to talk about what I will be talking about. So, hi, can I apply now? So, on August 3rd, so between August 3rd and August 3rd, 2021, so this August 3rd, next week, you can start to apply. And there's an online application. So if you need assistance, first schedule a consultation. Let's go through, make sure you qualify, and then I can submit an online application on your behalf. Should you qualify, call 561-405-4889, and we can get started to go ahead and apply. Why does the U.S. immigration call people from other countries alien when they deport them? So great question. That is and that is a derogatory term now. So when President Biden came in, he did implement a policy, and it is now in writing that they will remove the word alien from all of the policy manuals, all of the documentation. But yes, it is, I guess, a derogatory type of term that they're trying to get rid of. So thank God for that. So keep your questions coming while I'm here, and keep in mind that I am here until 9:30, but I am here until 9:30 because I'm going to be on Instagram. I'm going to be doing a live on Instagram. So the handle on Instagram is the same as this, The Immigration Attorney. So you can find me if you want to continue to listen. You can find me on Instagram. The topic I'll be talking about on Instagram, which I will touch on while your questions come in here, is how to obtain permanent residence in the United States. Yes, even if you are out of status, especially if you have a U.S. citizen or legal permanent resident, spouse or parent. I'm going to explain that whole process and ways that you can actually go ahead and get permanent residence, even if you're in a sticky situation. So hop on with me if you would like to go ahead. So how to fix a canceled visa. So it depends on the circumstances. Your visa may have been canceled for a specific reason, maybe an immigration violation, or they suspected you're going to overstay or something changed. So in a case like that, you would definitely have to get legal advice, because it really depends on the circumstances. How severe are the consequences? What is the cause of the cancel? Was it misrepresentation or fraud, which comes with a lifetime bar? Is it that the officer just suspected something and didn't necessarily make you inadmissible with an immigration violation, but they just canceled the visa? So it really all depends. I can tell you that once you do have a canceled visa, yes, it can be an uphill battle, just because it is a discretionary. So having a visa is not a right, it's a privilege, right? They always say that. And so the officer is not going to look lightly on a possible past violation. However, the way that they treat it is really going to depend on what happened. So which countries can apply for TPS? So I believe right now, so Haiti, Venezuela, I believe Burma, I believe Sudan, some Central American countries. If you want a full list of countries whose citizens can apply for TPS, you can go to USCIS.gov and type in TPS countries, and you're going to get the full list of the countries that qualify. Deal right, Nikki, you're welcome. Can a baby travel without a passport? So not usually. You, as young as they are, you usually would have to have a passport. So keep those questions coming. I am here until 9:30 p.m., but I will be on Instagram. I'll be doing a live on Instagram. So if you want to continue and you want a chance at asking your questions, or you want to continue to learn some important information, hop on to Instagram with me. I have the same handle on Instagram. It's at the Immigration Attorney. You can hop on, ask your questions there as well. What I want to touch on is how to apply for permanent residence in the United States, especially if you don't have your papers. There are ways to still go ahead and get the permanent residence, and that's what I want to talk about. So first time DACA applicant was to do biometrics. What to do? Am I going to get a refund? So Debbie, I have not heard anything about refunds. However, what they're doing is they're holding the application. So it's not that they're not accepting applications, they just aren't processing them for a decision. And so some attorneys have taken the stance that they're going to continue to submit the applications, and then hopefully at some time in the future something will change. Hi there, hot gal Vanessa, it's nice to see you. Something will change and they can continue to file. What you can do is you can check, and it depends on how far you are in the process. So for example, usually they have a no refund policy if they have already processed your application and they've already accepted it. So at that point, you may not be able to get a refund, just because they've already, at the time that they accepted your application, they were supposed to be, they had every right to file the application. What you can do though is give them a call and see if they're willing to make a different type of policy decision in your case. So you can call and talk to them about your situation. I am green card holder. Can I apply for over 24 international student who lives in America? So absolutely, you can apply. So now keep in mind that this is not personal legal advice. I'm only giving you general information. However, if you're a green card holder and you have a child, so in this case, an adult child who is 24, you can apply for them, and as long as they can maintain their status for the duration of the process, so as long as they can remain a student legally in the United States, they can eventually adjust status here. But keep in mind that you may face other issues. So for example, can they maintain a student visa for that long? And then with a petition pending, that can also possibly affect the renewal of the student visa if they have to go in for a renewal, just because at this point, and this process, when you're applying for a son or daughter who's over 21, you're looking at a 5 to 6 year process. And so, timing may affect your son's situation. However, if you file and your son is able to maintain the legal status in the U.S. for that period of time, then that could be a way that he could adjust status. However, if he maintains a student visa for only part of the time, then have to go home or maybe find a job, then so it all depends on your circumstances, really. So I would not, while I can tell you all the possible ways, it's really best to schedule a consultation and let's talk about your particular situation so that I can advise you individually, because there are so many ways that this could go. I want to do business in the U.S. Is there a specific type of visa for that? So there are multiple types of visas. The one that I talk about the most is the E2 Treaty Investor Visa. If you're the citizen of an E2 treaty country, then that could very well be a possibility for you, as long as you can show that you're the citizen of an E2 country. Those E2 countries in the Caribbean, for example, are Trinidad, Grenada, Jamaica. In Central America, Mexico, Costa Rica, Panama. In South America, it's going to be Argentina and Bolivia. And so if you are a citizen, then you could possibly, a citizen of those countries, you could possibly come here and start a business and get the E2 Treaty Investor Visa when you're doing that. So it's always best to schedule a consult. Can someone get in the U.S. Army without being a citizen? So yes, you do have legal permanent residents and non-citizens who are recruited into the military and then eventually become citizens. But you have to check with a recruiter in order to determine your options. If I am Ghanaian, how can I apply for a U.S. visa? What would make me qualify? You have to show strong ties to your country. That means you have to show such strong commitment to your country that you can convince the officer that you will return once you have made a temporary trip to the United States. So keep those questions coming while I'm here, because I am here to answer your immigration questions. Tonight is going to be a shorter night just because I will be on Instagram live doing the same thing I'm doing here, giving you information, answering questions. If you want to continue this, you can hop on, go to my Instagram account. It's at The Immigration Attorney, and you can go on, hop on my live with me and continue. We can continue this conversation here. You can ask your questions or you can learn the information. When I go to that live on Instagram, I'm going to be talking about how to get your permanent residence, whether you're in the United States or out of the United States. And yes, that includes if you're in the United States without your papers. So it's a very important topic that I think a lot of people need to know about. Michelle Davis, 945, thanks for the follow. So go ahead. And also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can go ahead and do that while you're at it. So it's at The Immigration Attorney. Same handle as this. So same name, The Immigration Attorney. How long does one have to wait for a work permit after doing the biometrics? So it's hard because the biometrics, the timing of the biometrics has been so erratic. However, I can tell you that right now, on average, doesn't mean it's going to be the case with you. It's taking about 6 to 8 months from the time that you submitted your application to get the work permit. So keep that in mind. So keep those questions coming. I am here just for a few more minutes, so try to throw in your questions, but keep in mind this is not the end. I will also be on Instagram at the Immigration Attorney on Instagram. I'm going on there now live, and I will be doing a live every night. Either here, I'll do a live here at 9 and then a live on Instagram at 9:30. So you have two opportunities to catch me and ask your question or learn some great information. So it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for all your questions. Join me on Instagram if you want to continue this conversation. How do I get a work permit in the US? Hi there, 49 Drake. It's nice to see you. I am located in Boca Raton, Florida, but keep in mind, I'm very experienced with working with my clients all over the country and the world. So I'm not limited by borders. So can't find your Instagram. So if you do the Immigration Attorney, that's the name on Instagram. So you should be able to find it. Now, I believe the link in my bio is incorrect, so I have to make a correction there. But if you go and you type it in at the Immigration Attorney, no spaces, you should be able to find it. So no characters. It's at the Immigration Attorney. So you should, same name as I have here. A permanent resident filed for 17-year-old child. Didn't hear nothing, 2 years now. What to do? So in that case, I would check on the case, make sure everything is going well, that they don't need anything from you. If it's at the National Visa Center, make sure you keep up on top of that to provide them the information they need. Okay, so join me on Instagram now. I'm heading over there now. It's at the Immigration Attorney. So the Immigration Attorney, type that in and you will find me. Otherwise, I am here every night at about 9 p.m. I'll be on here every night as well. But if you want to continue this conversation, hop on over to Instagram. I hope to see you there. Bye, guys.